Julie, it looked like you're going to jump out of your shoes at that ball that you're going to hit. So you can't say you're waiting on the pitch. It was the first pitch. So what was the deal there?
I was just hunting a strike. I think that I didn't do that in my first 2 at bats. So my goal in my 3rd at bat was to make an adjustment and hunt a strike. So.
When's the last time you hit a grand slam? Because what was your first year here?
I think postseason last year.
Did you win? Okay. You remember who?
I don't. It was in regionals.
You guys got a little bit of a slow start there until you hit the home run. It's still 2-0. What about the slow start? What did you attribute that to? As a team, not your bats, but the team.
Yeah, I think it was kind of just coming off the weekend. We had a rough weekend, and we wanted to change momentum, and it took us a little bit to get there. And I think that doesn't happen without the first 3 batters that got on base. So we turned the momentum around and produced when we needed to.
Koko, first 4-hit night, how's that feel?
Feels good. I didn't realize that, yeah, it feels good.
Coach said you're batting a little bit of an injury. What's going on?
I broke my finger, so.
Which one?
My middle finger.
Okay.
Wow, I just flicked it off, but.
How'd you do that?
A machine. It was the first. Okay, so we warmed up. I was going in the cage, and then I was like, how you butt the first pitch to get timing. I went to bun it, and it came right into my finger, and I was done with practice for the day. And so they just taped. I really just have like a little cast thing on, and they taped them together, and I just.
What practice was that? Yesterday? 2 days?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Did that affect? You hurt your feelings? Fielding at all? Was that? Or how'd that
Not
work?
really. I just basically this finger is out of the glove, so I'm squeezing with everything else.
So you're gonna break the other finger. That's what you made a joke to. So if you go 8 for 8.
Yeah. Everybody has been telling me that. They're like, break all your fingers, and I'm like, okay, definitely. I should definitely break all my fingers.
It doesn't really matter now. Obviously, you win the game 8-0. But I'm just curious, the double that dropped between you and Bree. What happened in that situation?
I really thought they were calling the ball, but they were telling me to get the ball. And I was also being a little sissy with my hand. So, yeah. But the next time I was like, I got you, bro. Like, just catch it. So it came again, and I was like, just catch it.
So you ladies, 11 hits tonight. You were 2 of the 3 that had 9 of the hits. So how do you go ahead and take this and do the same or better when you guys go to Ole Miss? How do you build on this?
I think it was just the momentum, like I talked about, how we turned the momentum around and just keeping that momentum going into this weekend. I think we have practice tomorrow and practice on Friday, so we'll get some work in before we get to Ole Miss, but just keep rolling with what we got.
Remember how we were successful.
What's that?
Remembering what we did to be successful.
Julia, what did you see out of Shaylee's start tonight?
Yeah, I think she struggled to command her drop ball a little bit, but she was able to command her other pitches pretty well. And I give credit to both of those pitchers because they didn't have their best stuff tonight, but they found a way to get it done, and with runners on base too. So even when we were in situations where we needed outs, they found a way to make it work. So it's credit to them.
And then for both of you, how important was this game after the last couple of days, coming off a sweep and needing to get back on track?
I feel like it was really important for us to just get back on track, feel good about ourselves again, and just really show people that like flukes happen. Like we're still the team that we were before last weekend.
And obviously being ranked in the top 25 this season is a little bit different. What did Koko, I want to talk to you about that. What was that like to be ranked as an Aggie and kind of be in the spotlight?
It's pretty amazing because like I feel like to be able to like play on this platform and like it's good for like even like little kids that look up to us. Like just because you're at schools that didn't really do good your first year doesn't mean you can't make a change your next year. And so I just feel like being that competitiveness makes it fun.
And Julia, you've been a part of a couple teams. What is it like to be an Aggie?
It's amazing. I think I finally grew up a little bit, honestly. I had a rough first 3 years of college, and I came on my visit last summer with Coach Ford when they got here, and I kind of just got to like sit down with her and tell her about my story. And you know, she said everything that I wanted to hear and was very understanding. And so it was like I fit right in. And a credit to the girls that were here previously that stayed here. They did a really good job welcoming us in and teaching us all the traditions and crazy stuff that they do here. But I really enjoy it.
Koko, was today the first day that you swung with your splint or whatever we're calling it on?
Yes.
So what did that feel like? What?
It really wasn't. It felt normal. I guess you really don't need. I guess you don't need them for real. Cause like I was at first I was kind of scared because I was like, what if like it just comes and hits me and I'm like, wait, I'm gonna move like a normal person. But I just had to figure out how to like put my thumb basically like under these fingers so like I could actually grip the bat. But it was pretty easy. Like I just went and warmed up and I was like, oh, it's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It was really harder fielding. Like it was. That was the hard part. The hitting part wasn't that hard.
What part's hard? Like the ball hitting your glove and it hurting?
Yeah. Like basically like my
You
glove.
don't have to show us the finger, alright? Because we know what finger it is.
No,
I
well,
love it.
I
At
was
least
in the
she's
glove,
demonstrating.
and it's like I was out of the glove, so like anytime like I didn't like flex it, it would hit it, and that's the only thing. Just like receiving the ball, it would hit it, and I would.
It's an amazing adjustment with your grip. That's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
yeah.
cool.